Hi, my name is Fulton Hobbs, and my label, Fulton and Hobbs, has been going for about a year now, since January. I come from Byron Bay, and originally before that, New Zealand, so I've been surrounded by beautiful nature for all my upbringing, and that's where a lot of my inspiration comes from in my art, in my self-taught graphic design, and in the label which I have with the certain prints and apparel that I produce. Tonight I'll be showcasing just certain prints that I've just created from my iPhone. I do that and then I put them through Photoshop, and it's just sort of a craze that's happening on Instagram at the moment, and just sort of layering them over using sometimes 10 apps, then putting them through Photoshop. I'm learning Photoshop at the moment, and then I get them screen printed on clothes, so you can sort of see what I've got tonight in regards to sort of prints and apparel and t-shirts and women's clothing and men's as well. A lot of my work is inspired from old 70s and 60s and even 80s sort of album covers, and just a lot of like beautiful pictures of nature, like nature prints from the 70s, and just general surroundings just in where I live, you know, in Byron Bay and in New Zealand, where I grew up in the South Island. So yeah, I love it all. So a lot of that goes into my artwork, and you can sort of see it, and just sort of surrealism, and I like to take that sort of angle on it and really exaggerate and embellish sort of photos, and bring them out and sort of make them look mystical and surreal. Yeah, a lot of it I get from music and album covers as well. I had a radio show for 7 years, and I used to put on raves, and I used to love the rave flyers as well. So that was in the early 90s. So I just get a lot of inspiration from just the general culture, urban culture, and that tying in with sort of, you know, beautiful nature and stuff like that. So I like to combine the both of them. Yeah, I'm getting a good indication of how it's going this year, because I've sold out of my women's range and I have to get more made, and sold a lot of the men's stuff. So eventually I'd like to have a branch out and make sort of doona covers and sheets and wallpapers and things like that. Stuff that really sort of, you can enter a room and it's sort of, people just go, oh wow, where'd you get that? Oh, that's unique. And you know, just stuff that's sort of happening in a few certain markets worldwide at the moment, especially in America. Sort of a lot of bright colors and just surreal imagery and sort of big sort of scope like that. So yeah, just sort of teaching myself and just sort of see where it takes me. So yeah, you can find me on Instagram on Fulton J Hobbs. That's my username. On Facebook, Fulton and Hobbs Apparel, and my website, fultonandhobbs.com. My name is Fulton, and I'm a raw artist.